What's up, ladies? I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all for a little bit. And men can probably use this too. I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what ghosting really is. Ghosting is when you're dating somebody and y'all been talking, y'all been going out on dates, and y'all probably had, did some adult things with each other, and then out the blue, they disappear. That's ghosting. When they all of a sudden you don't get no phone calls, you don't get no texts, nothing. That's ghosting. When you've just met somebody, and let's say y'all been talking for a week or two, and then all of a sudden the conversation stops, that's not ghosting. Because technically you shouldn't even be exchanging phone numbers. You should have exchanged social media content, give me your Facebook, your Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever. And then once they have proven themselves with consistency and they own whatever you own, they can have your phone number. But if they have not proven to be, to be on whatever you own, them leaving after 2 weeks, or y'all stop communicating and all that kind of stuff, y'all have to look at that for what it was. Y'all not on the same page, take it as a compliment. They saw and talking to you. Maybe they weren't going to be able to get over on you. Y'all wasn't on the same page. Take that as a blessing. And then also, too, if y'all have been out of the game for a long time, the dating game for a long time, I'm going to need y'all to take that as practice. Because when you don't have a lot of practice in dating or communicating with the opposite sex, you're going to fall for anything. But when you have enough experience in talking to the opposite sex, when you have enough experience, talking to the opposite sex, you're going to be able to weed out the bullshit pretty quickly. And to where you're going to want to get straight to the point, where it's going to be like, hey, we doing a sneaky link or we're going to date for marriage. And 9 times out of 10, ladies, y'all going to start telling these men up front what y'all want. Because y'all already knew when he approached you, based on the way of him approaching you, based on the little bit you already knew about that man, you already knew if he was going to be a sneaky link or you was going to try to date him. You already knew. Just by his demeanor, wherever you met him at, you already knew what y'all was going to be on. And if you're not the type of girl or type of woman that sleeps on the first night and all that kind of stuff, then after a few conversations with him, you already knew on whether or not you was going to be serious with this person. And, you probably already bowed out, like, just let him know, like, yeah, this you're not qualified to date me. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with somebody even seeing that themselves, like, you know what, this person is really about what they say they're about. I'm either not qualified or that's not what I'm looking for. And the truth is, anything under 30 days, we're in a world full of fake people. We're in a world full of fake people that can't even be real. We're in a world full of people that's walking around with extra baggage. We're in a world full of people that are walking around with depression and they know they're depressed, but they ain't sought no counseling to get healed. So to expect somebody to communicate that with you and we just met each other, nah, bow out. I've met, and after a couple of conversations with a man, I've said, you know what, sir? I mean, you could be a homeboy, you could be an associate. I don't want to date you, though. I don't want to date you at all. We can hang out, of course. We can, if you want to hang out, you want to invite me somewhere that you see is cool. But I always try to make that, let it be known, I in no way trying to date you. I'm like, you can't change my mind. And I just want you to understand that with anything that we do, open up. That's when you have to have some type of communication. But when there's no upfront about what we're doing, we're just trying to get to know and try to see. There's no explanation that needs to be made. Like, a lot of people are hurt. I seen a lady say, we were talking on a regular basis for 2 weeks, and then he just ghosted me. He should have told me if he wasn't interested. Why? Baby, you should have kept your same program. We got to stop stopping our lives. You got to stop stopping your life for these people. You just met this person. They should hold no value or weight in your life until they have proven themselves. It shouldn't have fazed you one bit that person left. You should have said, oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Instead of me wasting years, because I'm divorced. So instead of me wasting years, possibly being in a situationship or even getting into a relationship, only to know what I knew from the beginning, that I should have had just walked past this person. It was just pure point blank, a couple of conversations. You don't know him like that. He don't know you like that. And from whatever conversations y'all had, he realized, oh, okay, I'm not going to be able to pull a wool over her eyes. Or you know what? When I first met him, I thought he was a nice dude. And then I found out he was a goddamn idiot. Sir. When you're just meeting people and y'all haven't really established what exactly you're trying to do, you're just talking and getting to know each other. If it fizzles out, it fizzles out, and you have to be okay with that. But I just want everybody to get a clear understanding of what ghosting really is. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, I got ghosted. Oh, once, we were talking, and once I said I didn't have sex, I didn't talk to them no more. That's not a ghosting. They found out up front what you wanted, and they didn't want that. So they went on about their business, which should be okay. That weeds out the men and women that are not here for what you want. They're not even trying to see. That's respect. They're not trying to waste your time. If you want a relationship and you're serious about not having sex, unless you're in a relationship or you're serious about having sex until you get married, and a person finds that out and they see that you are serious, you cannot be mad because that person got on. Because that's not what they was on. So why even waste your time and waste their time trying to convince you otherwise? And especially when they see like, oh, this is a real king, this is a real queen. I'm not going to be able to finesse this situation. I ain't going to be able to trick them, play these BS games with them. They serious. Y'all have to be okay with that and stick to it. And be okay, like, hey, you know what? I'm sticking within my truth. And my truth is, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. They didn't ghost me. They respected and valued me. And they realized they were not qualified. They didn't want to waste my time. They wasn't on the same stuff that I'm on. And they recognized the true value in me. And they got on. That don't need to be communicated. That should automatically become understood. And if they do reappear, not everybody comes into our life. We're supposed to be in a relationship. Some people are supposed to be business partners. Some people are just there to be friends. Some people are there to just teach us something. So when they come back out of your life in the blue, you know how many times I had a conversation with a guy, and for whatever reason, I was busy traveling. I mean, again, I owed this person, he owed me we were just getting to know each other. And if we just stopped communicating, we just stopped communicating. And then they popped up, underneath one of my pictures, like, dang, you look good. Hey, thank you, sir, for the compliment. And then going about my business. It's not all of a sudden, or they just text me out the blue. They want to come back. Come back to do what? You control that. Because then now you're going to establish some things. It's not ghosting if y'all just had some conversations. It's not ghosting. It's really not ghosting. Y'all was just really getting to know each other. And at that time, they wasn't on what you was on at that very moment. Ghosting, again, is when y'all have been dating, talking, y'all going heavy. It's like y'all are dating. And then all of a sudden, they completely disappear from your life. But a person that you just met under 30 days, y'all have a couple of conversations, y'all might get some coffee or might not, but y'all haven't truly established anything, Y'all are just casually talking and getting to know each other. That's not ghosting. And I'm gonna tell you what, everybody needs that practice, because there's a lot of people that has, because of being hurt in the past, has chosen to not date anymore. So that's the reason why y'all getting so excited when these people come in your life, because you're like, oh my gosh, somebody's talking to me. And then when they leave, you're all frazzled. But if you're constantly talking to people on a daily basis, that person leaving, like, it didn't make or break me. None of the people I talk to on a regular basis as a friend, just getting to know people. There's other reasons to get to know people, just not purely in dating. I'm telling you, they could have God probably sit you on their path to just get you to open up, to show you that you can do it again. Show you that you can go out there and go on a date. You can stand up for yourself and hold a conversation. Practice. That way you don't say the right things. You don't do crazy things. You got practice. You can weed out all the BS. Oh, I heard that before, sir. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's a fuckboy line. Yeah, the young lady, yeah, it's a finesse line. You hear the finesse me. I'm good. But see, when you don't know, you don't have no practice, you eating up all the crazy stuff that they saying, and they selling you wolf tickets. Take these practices and go on. Take it as practice. Don't phase off of it. You didn't owe them nothing, they didn't owe you nothing. Now, if y'all was dating and rocking and rolling, y'all was fucking with each other and all that, and he disappeared, she disappeared, that's ghosting. That's ghosting. And I'm going to tell you what, that we're not taking back. You do that, it's one of these. You hit them with one of these. I'm good, sir. I'm good, ma'am. I've never been ghosted, so, but I'm going to tell you what, if we rocking and rolling and we didn't have no conversation on this is not what's working out for each other or something to that nature, you can go ahead and lose my number. Because a lot of, that's just crazy to me. I'm not going to figure out where you was. I'm not going to figure out what happened. And if something did happen, I mean, we are all human. We're all going through something. It's coronavirus. You don't know if people's phones got cut off or something. You don't know what happened. Give people the benefit of the doubt if it's been a couple of days. But like a week or so, nah. 2-3 days, when you hear from them, find out what happened. Play it cool, like, oh, I didn't hear from you a couple of days. What happened? If the excuse sound legitimate, rock and roll with it. If it don't, hey, you know what? That's not even how I might get down. We not finna go a couple of days and not say nothing to each other. That's just not how I roll. We gotta communicate. Simple as that. Sometimes people, sometimes people's life get busy. We don't know what's going on. But again, I just want to clarify, because I'm seeing too much of people saying I've been ghosted. And I'm like, you didn't get ghosted, baby, at all. I wasn't a ghost. Have a good day, y'all.